on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to the 60-day challenge, building a life of change, hopefully for an abundant life. We're going through all of this as just a reminder because why are we waiting till New Year's to want to change? Why are we going to wait till New Year's all of a sudden make some decisions to better ourselves and better our life? That just doesn't make sense. And so I'm taking you through a journey that I went through at the beginning of this year, about more like February, March, and it was life-changing for me. Very eye-opening, and although I have done this a great deal, I keep it in the back of my mind every single day, and I still reevaluate every single day. Matter of fact, I actually spend every 4 months relooking at things in my life and relooking at my goals and where I am and who I am. I do this every 4 months, and it's a good habit to get into, but we're going to talk about all that later. Right now, we're talking about where are you? Where am I? We've talked about relationships. We've talked about family, and now we're going to talk about you. Where are you with yourself? As I said, each year people get to January 1st and they make all the New Year's resolutions. And by about, I don't know, February, mid-February, March, if you're lucky, they don't exist. You've forgotten about them. You put it behind you, or you just say, I really didn't need to change there. So why is that? Most of the time, New Year's resolutions involve improvements we want for ourselves. A lot of it's physical. Everybody, I feel, New Year's says, I want to lose X amount of weight. It's a financial. Everybody says, I'm going to save money this year, right? Everybody says, I'm going to save more money this year. It's all of these things in these New Year's resolutions that sometimes don't come to fruition for whatever reason. Most of the time, I 100% believe it's because, one, we don't write them down. Two, we don't plan how to attain those resolutions or those goals. That's what I'll call them. And then three, we don't recognize the importance of change. Because that's what New Year's resolutions are, right? They are saying, I'm going to change this about myself in the upcoming year. I'm going to do this in the upcoming year. One of my goals was every quarter, our family would go on some kind of a mini vacation. And guess what? That's happened. A weight loss journey for myself has not happened for the sole purpose I've not been consistent. Sometimes you just got to take a good hard look at yourself. So my weight loss journey, right? Not happening all that well. It will do really well and then stop, and then do really well and then I stop. And that's a reflection on myself that I have to look and say, okay, why is that happening? And as I said, that's why I do this every 4 months. I take a look at myself and I identify why and where am I struggling? What is becoming the inconsistencies? What are the excuses? What are the bad habits that I'm picking up that's not bringing to fruition my goals? It's important to look at yourself every now and then. You're not perfect. We have not made it to the pearly gates or whatever you believe. You've got to stop and evaluate yourself every now and then. Write this down for a moment. What are you pleased with about yourself? What do you like about yourself? Okay, that's the first thing. Take off that negativity, right? Push that away. I don't want to hear nothing negative right now about yourself, because we are, as we talked about before, we are our worst critic. And we remember what we did, right? Where did we start with? Where am I? And when we looked at ourselves, we had the good and the bad, the strengths and improvement. And that's fine. I don't want you to regurgitate that list. What I want you to look at is, what are you pleased about with yourself? For example, if you're a stay-at-home mom, are you pleased that you have that ability to do that? Or if you are a mom that has a full-time job, are you pleased that you get up every single morning and go do that job? Do you cook for your family every day? Are you pleased about that? Those are the kinds of things I want you to think of, not personality traits. I'm talking about what are the things that you see yourself doing almost every day or all the time, or at least consistent, in that you're pleased with yourself. Man, do this. This is the moment, okay? Pat yourself on the back, because you're probably doing a whole lot. And you don't even take the time to look at it and say, man, I do a lot. I get a lot done. I'm involved in a lot. I go to PTA meetings, or I go to soccer, or I watch this child. Or like I said, if you're a stay-at-home mom, man, I'm home all day playing with the kids and cleaning the house and doing laundry. Come on, do this. Right now, pat yourself on the back. Now, what are you not pleased with? I don't want you, again, to go back to that good or bad list. I want you to simply say, okay, I spend too much time on my phone. I don't have healthy conversations with my spouse. Or I binge watch too often. There's times you're just going to be in the mood to binge watch, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, in moderation. Just like anything else, everything is good in moderation. But what are the areas you're not pleased with? And that's a way to look at, I could change some of that. And I want you to write these down, and you can write them on the paper I've given you. And I want you to write them down for this purpose. We are going to be revisiting all of these things we want to change in later videos to help us build to a point where we can see and make some slight changes in our life for the better. Okay? So just remember, pat yourself on the back, okay? Always start with the good about yourself. Stop dwelling on the negative. But then what are you just not pleased with? Where do you have space in your day or in your time or about yourself that you're not just not happy with? I hope this is helpful, because this is all going to make sense. I know it seems tedious and ridiculous, but it's all going to make sense the further we get into this. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again in a couple of days. Bye.
So catch me if I